What's happening, everybody? It's your boy, the Logical Dude, out here in nature on a Sunday. Absolutely gorgeous out here. But I'm not just out here relaxing or hiking, which the hike's always a good thing. I'm out here working. You see all this pine, all these pine saplings right here, all the way up and down this little field? They're all about to get cut down. So I am doing this simply with my little 12-inch machete. I think I'm gonna get some of it done, but it's kind of getting to my back already. Just in this couple of little patches that I've done. So I am going to try to find a more effective tool somewhere here on this farm, or get something from Tractor Supply and get out here and try to mow down all this stuff. Because what I'm wanting is back over here on the wood line is setting up, like where these trees start, right up into there. I'm wanting to put my own little hunting blind, like a little tent that you get into, and you got windows and stuff that you can shoot through, but it kind of, keeps you protected against the wind, and you can kind of sit in there and move around. So if you're hunting and you're just out here in the woods hunting, you got to be still. Little movements can spook stuff all around you. But if you're in like a camouflage blind, you got a little bit more give to play with. So like I can sit there if I'm really super bored and play on my phone or something like that, So I'm going to be setting up a blind back over there. And I'm looking at areas over here, possibly right in this area right here, putting a feeder. So, because it's not only good for deer, it's also good for turkey, and turkey season's coming up too. And I am ready to shoot some gobblers. I have actually killed a gobbler in this field before. It was during deer season though. It is what it is. I was tired of not seeing anything all season long. This was about 12, 13 years ago, before I moved away from this property and went about my life. But, hey, prodigal dude returns. It is what it is. But yeah, I was sitting in a tree stand up here. Actually, let's see. Yeah, this tall tree right here. I was sitting in a tree stand probably about 15 feet up and saw this little flock of turkey coming from back up through this trail area here. And they walked right out in the middle of the field. It was a beautiful shot with my crossbow. Took one of them down. It was like 5 of them. So I ate good for a couple weeks. That was a good turkey. Anyway, I've killed other turkey and stuff up in like Oregon and that kind of thing too. I like birds. It's a good game. It's not as like deer is a lot because it's a lot to process and that kind of thing. Turkey's not as much to process. So it's good to get some smaller game sometimes. So like if you're in a survival situation, you definitely want the smaller game. Just because, unless you have refrigeration, like if you're out just in the woods hunting and that kind of thing, you're not trying to kill a deer because there's no way you're going to eat all of it. And it'll go bad before, you do. So you want to try to kill the smaller game if you can. So, just trying to up my skills because you never know what's going to happen in this world, Complete chaos could ensue. And if you don't have skills like this, have skills to get out in nature and fend for yourself, then you're going to be royally fucked, guys. I'm just saying. It just is what it is. So, I'm getting back to my roots, getting out here, old school style. Just me and my good old blade getting to work, chopping down all these little pines. I've already got a little pile going over here. I've started to put some back here. I got like a little target mound set up that I'm actually going to be going through because this field is 50 yards basically from right over in this big old group of trees over here is 50 yards from there to my little target range over there. So that's at least a decent little shot from my 22 to come up here and practice. I'm not trying to kill a deer with a 22. I'm going to be getting a different rifle before next deer season, which will start in November. So I got a while. But I'm totally planning on, I'm either thinking about saving up and getting some kind of badass tactical sniper rifle like a 308 or something like that, or actually thinking about building my own with my 3D printers, building my own lower set, stock set, that kind of thing, and then getting just something for a bolt action. I don't need a 3D printed semi-automatic. I'd rather actually have something like a bolt action for out here hunting. So Because if you're shooting something, you know, big and loud, you're only getting one shot off before everything runs away. But I do currently have running on the 3D printer in the Logical Labs a silencer or a suppressor printing. So found a really cool kit, and I just printed it wrong the first time. I printed the housing vertically versus where it was recommended to print it horizontally, and I did not read that part because I just kind of skimmed the manual. But yeah, if you go back and actually read, it tells you what to do. So I'm reprinting everything now, actually printing a little bit different model after I saw how the first one came out. The first one was a big fat one, and I put it on the end of my pistol, went out and shot a couple of times, and man, it was great. Like, it was, you could tell where it was suppressed, like, you know, people all the way around wasn't going to hear it. Hear me shoot it. It sounded like a, you know, kind of like a nail gun. It was about as loud as it was. But then it was like 2 or 3 shots into it, there was a weak layer in the print because I printed vertically. That was like apparently like a weak layer where, you know, it didn't cool properly or something, or it cooled too much and it didn't adhere properly. So what it did is it popped off right, and I saw the seam, you know, even before I shot through it. And that was exactly where it popped off. The edge of it popped off. So I learned a lesson there. And so this set, I'm actually printing with the housing going horizontally. So hopefully it's going to have a lot more strength to it. But yeah, playing around with that, I can apparently do several different calibers. So hopefully I'm going to be able to get my own stuff printed up. Now, I'm a rebel, and I don't go through, because gun control sucks and it's stupid. So, you know, we have the Second Amendment for a reason. And I don't believe I should have to check in with the ATF or fill out any stupid forms to create my own gun parts that I'm going to use for myself. Now, if I was going to try to sell it, that'd be a whole different story. But I'm making this stuff for myself, and they can kiss my ass. That's what I think about it. America, goddammit. So, anyway, yeah, that's what I'm out here doing today, man. Just enjoying some sunshine out here in nature. It's quiet. And just getting some exercise, getting some work done, cutting down some trees to create a nice big path for me to come down here and target shoot. So, and eventually hunt next year. So I'm really excited about it. I'm actually looking at a spot a little further back towards the trail, closer to my house, where I can set up a little hunting camp kind of situation where I can have a tent out there and come up in the morning times. This past season, I was only hunting in the afternoons. And yeah, they move more in the morning times. So I would rather actually be in a camping situation and walk to this place or walk to another spot to hunt in the morning time. So that way I'm already at least out in the woods. Because, you know, at 4 or 4:30 in the morning, and I'm cozy up in my bed, sleeping, feeling good. Well, if I was out in the woods, I would already be out ready to go, you know, spray myself down with some scent control and walk out to the blind. So I'm thinking about all that kind of stuff this year because, hey, man, I'm still eating on that deer that I killed back on Thanksgiving. So, you know, if that can give me that much meat that I can sustain myself for a while, this is definitely going to be part of my homesteading lifestyle, is getting out here, learning to prey, because that's what it is. I'm a predator at this point. Learning my prey, learning my areas so that I can be an effective predator next year, take out some meat for myself and my family, because that's what it's all about. I'm not a trophy hunter. I'm not out here trying to put something on the wall. I'm trying to put it all in my freezer. So that's the key, and to be a good steward of the land here. So this area has not been actually worked or cleaned out in quite some time, as you can tell. So that's what I'm out here doing, is I'm cleaning this area up so that it can be utilized for this next season. So get out in some nature for the weekend, guys. Get out from behind the screen and just go breathe in the force, man. Breathe in the vibes. Go pray, go do whatever you're gonna do, man. But just get out in some nature. Y'all have a good one, guys. Be cool, be real, always abide, and peace out.